capable, capable, capable. So, let's talk about the word capable. As an adjective, capable describes someone or something that has the ability to do something well or effectively. In common usage, you might say that your friend is capable of playing a musical instrument because they have learned it and can perform it well, or that a student is capable of understanding complex math concepts because they grasp them easily. A key point about capable is that it implies a sense of ability or potential, but not necessarily expertise or skill. Someone might be capable of doing something, but not necessarily do it perfectly. It's also worth noting that in some cases, the word can imply a sense of possibility or potential, as in saying that someone has the capability to achieve great things if they put their mind to it. In a job interview, a hiring manager might say, "Based on your experience in marketing, I believe you're capable of leading our new product launch campaign." Here, capable is used to convey confidence in an individual's ability to take on a specific role or task. In contrast, a friend chatting with another over coffee might exclaim, "Wow, I'm impressed, you're so capable of whipping up that delicious breakfast for everyone." This usage highlights the casual and conversational tone of everyday life, where we often use capable to praise someone's general skills or abilities. Meanwhile, in an academic setting, a professor might write in a paper, "The new machine is capable of processing data at speeds far beyond our current computers." In this context, capable is used to describe the technical specifications and limitations of a particular device. So you want to know what capable means? Well, let me explain. Being capable basically means having the skills, qualities, and resources that allow you to accomplish something successfully. You can think of it like having the right tools for the job. If someone is capable of doing something, they have what it takes to get it done, whether it's a task at work or a hobby in their free time. People might describe themselves as being capable when they feel confident that they can handle a particular situation or challenge. If you hear someone say that someone else is not capable, it means that person lacks the skills or resources to do something. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Sight, sight, sight. Let's talk about the verb sight. So, when we say that someone cites something, it means they quote or reference a source to support an argument, fact, or idea. Think of it like giving credit to where you got your information from. In everyday conversation, you might hear people saying things like, "I'll cite this study in my essay," or "She cited the latest statistics to prove her point." What's interesting about cite is that it can also mean to mention a person or thing as an example. For instance, he cited Shakespeare in his play. If you're unsure how to use the word cite in different contexts, let's consider a few examples. In formal situations, like when writing a research paper for an academic journal, you might say, "The author cites several studies to support her claims about the impact of climate change on global food production." Here, citing relevant sources is essential to establish credibility and validity. In casual conversations with friends, you could use cite in a more relaxed way, such as, "I'm trying to get out of doing chores tonight, but my mom won't let me cite, I was too busy playing video games," as an excuse. In this context, the word is used informally to express frustration or amusement at being held accountable for one's actions. In business settings, like during a meeting with colleagues, you might say, The marketing team cites increased engagement metrics on social media as evidence of our successful rebranding campaign. Here, citing data and metrics is crucial to make a strong case and demonstrate the effectiveness of the company's efforts. So, you want to know what to cite means? Well, when we say that someone cites something, we mean they mention or refer to an idea, fact, or piece of information from another source, usually to support their own argument or statement. The main characteristic is that it's a way of acknowledging where the original idea came from. Kind of like giving credit to the person who thought of it first. In academic writing and research, citing sources is really important because it shows you've done your homework and didn't just make something up on your own. It's similar to referencing or quoting someone else's work, and people often use words like quote or reference in a similar way. When we cite something, it helps us show that our ideas are built on the ideas of others. And it's an important part of writing and research in general. Cooperate. 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 Let's talk about the word cooperate. So, the part of speech for cooperate is a verb, which means it's an action word that tells us what someone or something is doing. Now, when we say cooperate, we usually mean to work together with others towards a common goal or objective, even if they're from different companies, countries, or backgrounds. For example, in business, cooperate might mean partnering with another company to share resources and expertise. In politics, it could mean working with other governments to solve a problem that affects everyone. Common usage for cooperate is often seen in formal or professional settings. But it's not just used by bosses or politicians, anyone can cooperate with someone else, whether it's on a project at work or in a volunteer group. A special note about its usage is that we can also use the word cooperation, the noun form, to describe the actual act of working together, whereas cooperate, the verb, means to take part in that cooperation. Here are 3 examples of how to use the word cooperate in different contexts. In formal situations, such as meetings with government officials, you might say something like, I believe it's essential that our city and state governments cooperate to resolve this housing crisis effectively. In this context, cooperating means working together towards a common goal. A casual conversation between friends might go something like, Hey, do you mind if I borrow your bike to run some errands? That would be great if we could cooperate on the groceries too. Though, it's always easier with 2 people. Here, cooperating means working together to achieve a task or share responsibilities. In business or academic settings, you might say something like, In order for our research team to publish this study, we need to cooperate with the journal editors to make sure the data is properly formatted and referenced. In this context, cooperating means collaborating with others to achieve a specific goal or complete a task. So, when we talk about working together with others towards a common goal, there's a special word that describes this action perfectly. It means people from different teams or organizations come together and share their knowledge, skills, and resources to achieve something they couldn't on their own. This way of working together is all about creating a win-win situation where everyone benefits. You might see it in business meetings, community projects, or even when you're trying to solve a problem with your friends. We call this working together. Some people also use words like collaborate, team up, or join forces to describe the same idea, but they all mean basically the same thing. We're working with others to get something done that's bigger than just one person can handle. Does that make sense?